Thanks for having me on the program. Samsung, similar to the peer group like Micron, Hynix, is benefiting from improving margin profile for memory. So it is the memory that is helping with better margin. I think the revenue miss has to do with everything outside of memory. They're not getting much traction in foundry business, which is part of the semi business unit. In the handset, yes, they're shipping a lot of these new AI rich feature phone into the channel, but we don't really know how sell-through is looking like. And on display, they have a more formidable competitor, BOE, in China. So I think better margin is a reflection of improving memory industry, which is very much consistent with the peer group. What is it going to take for Samsung to outperform? And I think that has to do with their strategy.
The current narrative, though, is that SK Hynix is leading the pack when it comes to high bandwidth memory chips. Could it change in any way in 2024, 2025? I mean, there was that surprise endorsement, perhaps, coming from NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang saying NVIDIA is qualifying Samsung's products.
Well, of course, Jensen and NVIDIA would want to have more competition, so they wouldn't have to pay 10% or 10 times premium for HBM product compared to other commoditized DRAM. Of course, they rely on Samsung to offer better pricing for NVIDIA. I think what is critical here is, can Samsung fix their strategy? Why was it SK Hynix that came and introduced and was able to ramp their HBM2 and HBM3 and become a dominant supplier for HBM3? Obviously, with HBM3E and HBM4, there is a more competitive landscape. It includes Micron and Samsung. But the key question here is, what is it going to take for Samsung to start outperform? Remind you that Samsung used to be the market leader in innovating for memory, for smartphone, for display. They have lost, in my opinion, they have lost their edge. And they're just benefiting from a cycle recovery, but nothing Samsung specific.